Chat, finally, looking like you've got a pretty decent predictive head on your shoulders. I'm Stumpy, joined by Cole again. And Johnny, I'm very happy, went with German Amigos for this matchup. Cole, I know that you're feeling more Solary on this one, but Johnny has a good argument in that he said that this is Solary's for the taking. They should win here. They've got a really good argument of getting through to the grand finals because of how well they did yesterday. Historically, they literally never do that.
Historically, what you're getting at, Stumpy, is they lost 4-0 to Godsnilla's team. But surely, lightning won't strike twice. It cannot possibly happen. But who knows? I think that is what we go into this series thinking. But who knows? Are German Amigos going to show their early grid form? The way they got into this major atoll through that grid wildcard, when the chips were down, they stepped up in an event that maybe not every team takes as seriously as they should. So 100% deserve to be here. Solary, though, deep down, come on, you think they're the favourites, right?
I truly don't. No, I've convinced myself that they're not, to be honest. But it's a great start, though, as SureSet receives the bars from Astral. In 30 seconds, it does mean Solary take the lead. And it was Catalysm not deciding where he wanted to go. Should have attacked on that back wall, instead turns around and leaves the pass completely open.
Solary were one of the few teams to beat German Amigos in the grid. They beat them 3-1 in one of the weeks in league play. So do have history against this team and have seemed to be a foil to their expansive style of play. Up to this point, you can see why looking at that first goal, just doing them for pace right there. And SureSet, Johnny on the spot, and there he was.
For people that don't know as well, German Amigos came through as that grid wildcard team. They finished the highest out of teams that didn't otherwise make it into the RLCS X to this point through RLCS points alone. They had to get in as that grid wildcard spot, and after playing that consistently and that well, they've proven that they can definitely play with the top dogs. They didn't get here through some weird system, and look, it's now time for them to attack. Farah from that back line has to clear it away quickly. SureSet from the back, only sent it as far as Ivan, who can get it into that left-hand corner. It's it again, but Astral, a member of our EU All-Star team, tries to set up Farah, who can't quite get the shot off.
German Amigos, though, are just starting to get something going, and they're finding their pace on the pitch. The pressure is high. Ivan, though, what a touch that was. A smart dribble. The ball just rolling desperately in front of the Solary net, but nobody from German Amigos was there. A team like German Amigos, they have to attack Solary from the beginning. There is no chance they take this series if they defend.
Yeah, definitely. They need to try and catch Solary as off guard as they possibly can. Farah, though, look at the speed, just getting in front of German Amigos so much more convincingly. And that's where German Amigos will be suffering, I think, but it's also where they can make up the most footwork.
SureSet is trying some fancy footwork of his own. Farah tries to get in the way of Catalysm, but it falls out of the way towards Ivan. Catalysm is turning. Just making it tricky for SureSet. Astral's nipping in, though, and Astral is getting an awful lot of the ball, and that is the last thing that German Amigos fans will want to see. The man there in the Fennec, one of the most mechanical players in the world, getting 3 touches on it, and here he goes, he's launching another one.
One thing that we've seen from Catalysm a couple of times already in literally the half game that we've actually observed, he's being a little bit indecisive, where that's how that first goal ended up going in. Since then, I've seen him go up for a couple of challenges. They're not following through with them fully. But Ivan, chance to double tap. Actually had that second touch as well. The keeper couldn't quite get to it. Catalysm, chance to send it high above that bar. Can't get the dunk on Astral. Now Farah to work it out. But great initiative from German Amigos there to get that chance.
Ivan is finding spaces, and he's finding attempts for these double taps and dribbling plays. Just has to have that belief that he can do it against the Solary defense. That's all that's missing for him in particular, and for German Amigos in general. So they have 1 minute and 40 seconds left to equalize here against Solary. This is another chance for Catalysm with an air dribble. And one thing I definitely say is that German Amigos are getting time on the ball.
Yeah, it's something that I think that they're not even using that effectively either. Had a couple of shots on target ultimately, like it has come down to 3 shots per team, but each shot has been, there's been one convincing chance now as Catalysm tries to demo in that back line. Ivan went for a pretty slow air dribble, and so that's going to be caught off quite easily. Astral with a monstrous flick from the midfield. Farah with the shot bouncing off the ceiling. Catalysm can take a touch, but just with the single jump, leaves it open for Solary to keep pushing.
Rosex is going to come forward again, though, for German Amigos. Again, time and space on the ball to do something with it. Solary defending pretty deeply and launching the ball towards Astral, seeing what he can do with it. They would have to show a bit more imagination in attack as the series goes on. Shortset gets a save, then almost an own goal. It's been very unfortunate. Didn't quite happen. Now here is Astral slowing it down, getting the 50-50 this time. He's definitely the key for Solary.
I feel like Astral is almost toying with German Amigos, where he knows that he's better mechanically than them. He knows he is a better player than any of the players on German Amigos. And yet this game is still quite close. I'd like to see Astral not go with that, and I'd like to see him absolutely dominate if he's going to.
Yeah, I think he's definitely got the capability of doing that in this series from what we've seen of it so far. There is still time for German Amigos to just launch a fight back. Ivan's had a couple of sniffs at goal. Quite a clean finish just yet, but this could be the one. He tries to flick it towards his teammates into the backboard. Shortset's following it. He's trying to see the game away are Solary, and they'll all be breathing a nice deep breath after winning game one, after the infamous performance that they had the last time they were at this stage against Godsmilla's team. Will it happen again? Ivan tries to go over the top of Shortset. Maybe could have flicked there. I don't think the air dribble is the right play. And Solary do take game one.
A very standard game one as well. Solary looking very composed, just making sure that they get it done. Astral does sit up on the scoreboard despite having no goals because he had so much of the time on the ball whenever it was just him, where he would just happily dribble it past a couple of German Amigos players. Catalysm still for me looked very good in that game. However, indecision definitely plagued him, where he's second guessing himself and is giving a lot of respect to Solary, which he should do, but also try and outspeed them. They're giving you so much space, German Amigos. Don't take that for granted, because they may well just put the clamp on at any point and then suddenly you can't work your way back into the series.
Yeah, that was definitely German Amigos' free game. Beyond this, I want to see them up the pace, up the tempo, up the positivity as well, because they're trying to match Solary's pace rather than outpace Solary. And I think that when they did so well in the grid, it was because they showed absolutely no fear against any team that they were up against. Even in the playoffs, when teams had started to get one up on them and they had started losing one or two series, they were up against Dignitas. If they'd lost to Dignitas in that series in the semi-finals, it would be Dignitas here instead of German Amigos. So continue to show no respect to Solary and they have a chance.
The Solary are being just the team that they need to be right now, making sure that every chance they do get on the ball, they are taking as the pass comes in across the line. Shortset a couple of times has gone in for these challenges. And in the back line, no German Amigos players able to defend from Ferro's rocket shot bottom corner.
There's a decent finish here. Look at Catalysm. And it was Rizex in the corner as well, both going for the same boost, just pulling themselves out of position for a split second. Ferro has the intelligence just to keep his shot as simple as it possibly can be. No need to do anything fancy. And it's 1-0 yet again to Solary. Could get worse now. Shortset over the top of Catalysm. Is it? Yes, it is. It's always nice to see Shortset complete a dribble.
It was up to kickoff as well, where he can just pick up one boost, slow it down a little bit, and then flick it high above Catalysm with not even an air dribble bump, just a bump after the flick had come off. In 30 seconds, 2 goals from Solary is pretty convincing.
Yeah, they're looking good. They're looking clean. Solary are doing the job that they're here to do. And I know that you have question marks over Solary, Stumpy. You believe that when they get into a position to be as good as they should be, that's when the pressure gets to them. Are you seeing a little bit more from them today with how professional this performance is?
Big time. Yeah, they look really free. They look like they've not got too much pressure on them, despite the fact they absolutely do. And that's exactly how a lot of the top teams do manage to deal with the pressure, where they don't always think that, okay, we win this, therefore we get this result. If we lose this game, we therefore don't get this result. It's just beat the team that's in front of us, and then we can go from there. The results will fall how they fall.
Keep it going now. A bit of defending from Astral, but he absolutely nails his timing for the boost-free dribble down the side. Now he's having a chunk out of Catalysm on the goal line, who manages to just reaffirm his status as the sole goalkeeper for German Amigos. Force this one out wide. Ferro with a decent catch. Astral in the centre, but goes for the shot instead. Couldn't quite get round it enough to put it central. And Astral's going for a quick reset. Astral is just really feeling this, isn't he?
He is, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think that it's a... I just like to see incredible players be incredible players no matter the opponent. And I don't want to see Astral just toy with German Amigos. I want to see him be an unbelievable force and just be horrifying to come up against.
yeah, a 7-goal Astral series.
Yeah,
I'm up for that
exactly.
as well. I can feel it happening, but we'll see if Solary continue to push. I wouldn't blame them at all if they did use that game management and just make sure they don't overextend. But Astral doesn't seem to want to do that at all. He's going for them. So hasn't scored so far. She'll set up a couple and Farah with 1. She'll set 1 and Farah 1 in this second game. So I'm sure that Astral will be absolutely desperate to add his name up in lights right there. But that one's fallen to Ivan. Smart pass towards Catalysm. And that's a good look for German Amigos.
But it's now Solary once again with the pressure on the ball as it goes towards that right-hand wall. Comes off the ceiling. Astral with 1. Can't get the hit off the keeper as Catalysm follows up. But with no boost, he can't do too much with it. Rizex on the right wall with no boost again. Farah unchallenged on the ceiling. Drops it low. Catalysm can clear it again. Another chance for German Amigos because they're yet to score.
They are yet to score, but it was also another chance for Farah to find a pass from the ceiling. He's gone for a shot twice, which German Amigos dealt with very easily. Now can they score down the other end?
No.
Not quite. It's the post, and here comes Farah racing with Rizex. Ivan up against Astral. Astral tries to fake him out. That would have been just demoralizing for German Amigos if they'd have conceded that.
But again, though, you mentioned it earlier, this is a very professional view that we're seeing of Solary, where they're looking like they are holding their composure. They are ultimately playing a simpler game, apart from Astral, who is just trying to be as crazy as he possibly can be while toying with German Amigos and trying to embarrass them a little bit, showing that he is the top dog. Oh. But it's exactly what we've wanted to see from them for a long time, as Astral finds Chaussette, who finds Astral once again in the air. We tick down to 1 minute. And German Amigos, perfect swept so far in games 1 and 2. Catalysm shoots it high. It angles off the crossbar as well. Coming so tantalizingly close time and time again.
Farah with a bit of a soft fake. I think it's one that he was missing anyway, but he was like, you know what, not too big a deal because Chaussette is there. And Chaussette takes it away. And not too much longer for German Amigos to get a goal in this game. This could be it. Yes! They've done it. Rizex 45. Dropped by Triple Trouble. Dropped by many teams before that. Found his way with German Amigos. And look at him get this goal.
Great 50 versus Astral as well, just to force it past him. One more goal, and then they bring themselves even in this second match. But the composure on Solary is still there. The game management as well. Farah with a great demo off the kickoff too.
Chaussette wants to kill this one here and now, and Farah's trying to help his teammate out. Astral's back. Rizex has a chance to launch something, but he's touched a little bit weak. He has no boost anyway, so all it is more barrages of Solary attacking. As we head into the last 20 seconds in this one, Chaussette's coming in. Chaussette will kill game 2. It's so fast from Solary.
The partnership between Farah and Chaussette to know this pass is coming into. Look at how perfectly that is placed and how quickly Chaussette is up for it to shoot it past the very fast up defender to give themselves another 2-goal buffer with 20 seconds left. Solary near enough take game number 2. German Amigos have got a gigantic amount of questions to ask. And another question is, when do they take their time out? Because the theory is, I know that Gregan likes to take it after that second game for Guild, where you don't want to have it, so then you need to reverse sweep. Oh, nearly. And then Chaussette finishes it. But you don't want to see it where you need to call in that tactical timeout when you need to reverse sweep. Give yourself a 1-game buffer.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally up to German Amigos right now. I'm not too sure it's a tactical thing why they're being beaten here. I think they're up against a better team in Solary and a better team that is playing to the standards that we expect Solary to be playing. Now you can see it there from the flick on from Astral right there to set up Chaussette. Chaussette with a fairly simple hat trick as well. They were all assisted, if I recall correctly, so he'll be happy as anything. Well, Chaussette 45. And I like the professionalism from Solary. Just look at them there. Just chill, relaxed. Captain Farah isn't letting them get ahead of themselves, which is exactly what we need from them.
The shot dominance is incredible as well from Solary, where they managed to rock up a whopping 15 shots compared to German Amigos only getting 4 and actually scoring 4 of those shots for Solary as well. That's domination. That is not too much more than that. That is just making sure that every chance you get, you're at least making it be scary. There were 7 saves that came out from German Amigos as well, so at least 50% of them, near enough, were going to be going in, accounting for a little bit of iffiness on the shot counters. But it was Solary just playing a game that was fundamentally better than anything German Amigos can put up, and no tactical timeout yet from the German Amigos.
Yeah, they actually all readied up straight away as well, so they are desperate to get back into this one as quick as they possibly can. They just want to make a statement about themselves, that they're not just here to make up the numbers. They are more than capable, certainly, of getting a game against Solary and beginning to get something going. They seem a little bit languid so far, though. It's not the usual optimism in gameplay that we saw from them in the grid and in regionals past. So they need to wake up, and I think that just jumping right back into the next game is how they're thinking they'll do it.
I mean, the last really competitive series these guys played, at least when they got their grid wildcard spot, Ferrer was coming on for about 3 minutes there, and yet the demo still managed to come in. But now, actually, it turns around. Ivan tries to find Catalysm again, but now he just turns back onto the side of Solary to attack. But yeah, the last time that there was a really competitive series for German Amigos was a month ago. Like, it was so long ago, and that is not a great bounce for German Amigos. After a month of having a little bit of time off, the pinch from Ferrer onto Ivan leaves Shorset with a pretty open net to shoot on.
Shorset with another pretty open net to shoot on. I don't think he scored too much other than those. Oh no, he did get a good dribble at one point. I think that was in game number 2. So he's forced at least one of his goals, but for the most part, yeah, his teammates are just knocking the ball to him, and he's saying thank you very much, gobbling up these chances.
Solary must feel like they've had this series near enough handed to them on a platter, because I've never seen them look more confident. This is Solary just playing. This is just how they play Rocket League, but typically they're found out. German Amigos are just unable to figure out what Solary are doing, or even if they have, unable to deal with it.
Yeah, you can see the team composition from Solary, what they want to do. Astral is the mechanical one. Shorset can deviate between the third man and the second man with Ferrer, but for the most part, they are the solid players while Astral does his thing. It's a format that can work for Solary. Does tend to get found out when they play the true upper echelons of EU Rocket League, and I'm sure in the future NA Rocket League as well. But there's certainly a lot of potential in this team, and when they first formed, when Astral joined Shorset and Ferrer in place of Fruity, we expected this to be the team that would take over Vitality as the best in EU, or at least put that challenge on Vitality, who at that time were completely and utterly dominant. So seeing them up against a team that is, on the day, worse than them is good for Solary, and I think is a breath of fresh air to them and their confidence.
It just means as well that going forward through this, through the major bracket, that when it comes down to them having to, look at the points, look at the money that they're going to earn, like you say, it's confidence inspiring. Ultimately, they are against a team that is, by a decent distance, the lowest skilled team of any team in this major right now. They got here by ultimately doing better than BS plus competition, though. They are not a bad team by any means, but Solary have composure, and look at how calm they are. Any other day, Solary, if they go 3-0 up against like any of the other teams that they're in a major against, they're excited. They are shouting. They are looking like they are elevated to the next level. This is the fundamentals that Solary are doing better than German Amigos on every front. And I truly don't know what more can be said other than they are just playing better Rocket League through and through.
I mean, I think we should pay a little bit of respect to German Amigos. The fact that they did get here in the grid absolutely deserved to. They were so good in that period. It was their purple patch, their honeymoon period. Exactly, that's what I was going to get onto. Yeah. Yesterday as well, they won 1 series and lost 3. The team they beat was Team Queso. In the very next series, beat Team Vitality 3-1. Right? They won the final game against Team Queso. It was 3-1 against Team Queso. The last game was 5-0. So Team Queso, sure, were having their weird be-bad series. But any team that is capable of doing that against Queso must have something about them. It's disappointing we're not seeing that right now. Yeah. But that's how competition works. They're having a cold day, Solary are having a hot day, and this is what we're seeing.
I mean, that was an extended period of pressure, at least, for German Amigos. Goal didn't manage to go in, but they have now totaled up 6 shots alongside Solary as well. Catalysm trying to go underneath Astral, but just that strong 50 leaves the ball to Shorset, who can then shoot on another open net. Rizek's back just in time to clear it away. Flicks over Ferrer as Astral fakes it, and so will then land on that side. We'll get another 50 Leaves it for sure set. The keeper pre-jumping, and then a bump in the back attempted by Rizex. Wasn't able to come out, and Ferrer not able to quite achieve that double tap. Astral with a pinch off the side of another German Amigos player gives the possession back to German Amigos, who thus far have not done much with it.
Here they come again. Rizex is going forward, wants to race Astral to that ball. Yeah, Rizex, you get in. You show that meanie who's boss. I like that. Just trying to bump Astral away, but Shorset is like, okay, I guess I'll have all the space in the world. And dribble down the side then. Is Ferrer going to get back in time? Yes, he is. Just for a sweet, beautiful second, I thought that maybe Ferrer was losing that race. Hello, Ferrer! Oh, wow! A musty Ferrer! I love it!
Sorry, did Ferrer just try and go for a musty flick?
Yeah, he did.
Are you serious?
I said you Ferrer, mate.
Wow, okay. This is new look Solary now. No longer is Astral the mechanical wonder boy. Ferrer's found air roll left.
Look at him go. I love it. Look at him. He's making out like it's not that big a deal. Inside, he is absolutely beaming.
His heart is thumping. He's like, I just did a musty flick in RLCS. Are you serious?
Did everyone see that, do you think? Yeah, Solary having fun. They're 3-0-1. They've won this third game. German Amigos are going to need a reverse sweep, but I think for Solary, they're already thinking deep down that the real work starts later, because in a little while, they will be up against either, assuming they do see the series away, sorry, I'm talking about they haven't yet, it's still in the fourth game, but if they do make the semi-finals, they will be up against either Team Queso or SK Gaming. And as we've said many times before, EU Championship seeding, there is a massive difference between 5th and 6th and 3rd and 4th. Solary have a chance. They have to win the whole of today and have Guild not reach the finals. So it's a tough chance, but it can happen.
And that will be German Amigos as well, calling their tactical timeout. They're going to be talking it through between each other to find out what it is that they need to do. And I hope they've got more ideas than I have. I really do, because we were very hot on German Amigos. Just going into the fact that we love that the grid wildcard spot has a place in the RLCS X. I'm happy that it's come out. German Amigos, regardless of what happens in this bracket, they made it through groups in the group of death. That is unbelievably impressive. They've done such a good job to get here, but I'm sure as well for themselves, they don't want to lose 4-0 in this in the quarterfinals. The teams that they went through, for people that didn't manage to catch the weekly grid events that were so much fun to run throughout spring, they took down Dignitas, Giants, Guild, Rix GG, Vitality, Top Blokes, Wild, Atlantide Wave, Howard, that's right, and Liquid. They took down some absolutely fantastic teams in the grid, and that's how they managed to get into this spot. That's not even then counting the bracket that they went through by beating Dignitas 4-0, and then in the grand finals, losing 4-2 to Team BDS. That's still a great result. German Amigos, for anybody who has not seen them before, have got several gears higher than they are showing here today.
Yeah, they are so much better than this performance so far. And a huge chunk of that, of course, is because Solary are playing such a good game. They are utterly in tune. The game plan is there. The VOD reviews they would have been doing over German Amigos' previous results, everything has worked. The game plan is phenomenally brilliant from Solary. However, there is also the large chunk of truth that says that German Amigos are playing badly by their standards. And I am desperate for everybody watching this to see how good they can be. I want to see Ivan smashing in the goals as well. He's a bit of a highlights machine, or he was in the grid at least. Rizex was just so composed when he was playing in the grid and when German Amigos have been doing well. And Catalysm, there were periods in this season where Catalysm could not stop scoring. He was on the end of everything for German Amigos. And I just hope that we see a burst of that in the next 5 minutes or so.
We need to see an absolute flow of inspiration come from German Amigos, because Solary, otherwise, they may as well be taking this game. These passes, though, start off nifty, hoping it's going to be leading to a goal. But already beginning with confidence, and that's, I think, one of the biggest mantras that they need to be looking through this series as. We've lost 3-0. We lose nothing at this point by going through and playing a much more impressive game, by playing a game that we've always wanted to play. If they cower and they lose, they're going to be very disappointed with themselves, and that's the last thing you want. Play impressively, play quick, be a menace.
Yeah, absolutely. Really makes Solary think, put some pressure on them if they are indeed the team that will end up going forward. Make them earn it. I think, for German Amigos. And so far in this game, they have been doing exactly that. They've had more time in the blue half of the pitch than they probably have throughout the entirety of the rest of the series. Look at Catalysm now, such a clean 50-50, and still got boost in the tank too. Waiting to see what Chaussette and Astral can do with it. Not too much. Ivan's already there, waiting, going onto the backboard. German Amigos have awoken.
Yeah, they're certainly looking a lot better in this game. Just having that bit more extended pressure. But also, Solary haven't had too many chances to attack down the other side.
Whoa.
Ivan trying to go for the dunk on Ferrer. Isn't quite able to manage it, and so Rizek's up for one. Can't get the double. Catalysm has the question asked of him, but he decides not to answer it, as then Astral and Chaussette both commit down the midfield. Catalysm to catch it in the back line. 90 seconds gone, and it has been majority pressure for the German Amigos.
Yeah, I've been watching Ivan, and he's certainly playing, certainly playing a lot more in front of the ball, getting little pockets of boost pads, and still attacking the ball with that, not needing that full 100 going all the way back. He's just playing with a little bit more belief in particular, and I think he is the player for German Amigos that can pull those strings and set up Catalysm. So him getting involved is a really good thing. As you can see, he's going in for that challenge of Astral again. Moving now in front of the ball, but Chaussette will win that one. 2 minutes without goals is a good turn for German Amigos.
In the midfield, Rizek wants to beat out Ferrer, who does manage to get a block, but now it's Ivan versus Chaussette. Manages to go high and round, tries to go for the demo as well, but Catalysm turns away from the play. That's not what we want to be seeing. They need to turn back into the play, trend forwards, and bring the game to Solary.
Better from Rizek. He's won that one clean, wants to beat Chaussette, doesn't beat him to the ball, but does take him out the game. And now Catalysm has Ivan and Rizek in the center, depending on what we can do with that aerial. It's really good pressure from German Amigos. This is how they play their Rocket League when they're doing well. Catalysm just about misses out on that one, and now Chaussette has a chance to dribble, starts with a wave dash, wants a backflip to get past Ivan, but Ivan read it incredibly well.
German Amigos have such wide rotations, and that's really frustrating because there are great passes coming in the center, or it is chances for a 50, and then it just leads to just free space for Chaussette or Astral to try and take an edge roll down the other end. Ivan up quickly, fakes out. That was a good idea for a fake there as well. Catalysm with a shot on target, but Astral not falling for it this time. Zero goals falling in for both teams with under 2 minutes left as well. German Amigos not looking too shabby, seeing as only one shot has hit their net from Solary.
This is where the pressure on Solary just about starts to raise a little bit. There's some defending again to do. Can't quite get it on target. German Amigos.
The idea was good.
Yeah, it was good, but Rizek was so far back. But I was going to say for Solary, they've rid of the storm because their opponents have improved here, and they've managed to keep it at 0-0. Not too sure that Solary have had any chances of their own, but they might only need one with a clean finish like that from Astral. Wait a minute, Catalysm! He scores and gives German Amigos the lead.
Down the other end, Catalysm is able to receive that thumping backboard hit. Goes uninterrupted until it finds him in the back third of Solary. And Catalysm sends German Amigos with the lead. 1-0 now, Solary. This is very Solary to throw it away, though. Oh, it's very Solary to throw it here, though.
You shouted at me, mate, in the last game when I said that Vitality were going to concede 3 goals from Guild in 30 seconds. That was less likely at this point than this being a throw.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I'm starting to grin. I'm feeling Johnny Boy's eyes stop staring a hole in the back of my head from when I made him pick German Amigos in our bracket. Yeah, what's his prediction?
According to Twitter, according to the canon of the RLCS, canonically it was his prediction that German Amigos would win this one.
And that's Catalysm versus Chaussette in the back line. Final 30 seconds sees game management now required of the German Amigos as Solary find themselves chasing. Ferrer to bip around the side of one. Good demo though from Rizek to alleviate a little bit of pressure. Catalysm to get it around the side of Astral. Ferrer is up. Does have a 50. Look at Ivan there, just slowing it down a touch. Can also grab the mid boost. Astral is up now for 1. Can he get 2? Goes a little bit too low for that. Chaussette hits it central. Astral can't quite get the shot off though. Rizek's keeping it high. The ball hits the floor. This then means that Solary lose their first game to German Amigos.
Honestly, I'm glad to see it. I'm glad that this wasn't an 0-4. Whatever happens from this point in the series, German Amigos, it'd be good for them to get themselves a game. I still don't believe quite as strongly as you, Stumpy, for one reason or another, that the reverse sweep is viable. Is it locked in? Wow, beyond viable, 100%.
100%.
Astral actually had a chance to equalize right at the end there. For a player of his talents, I truly believed he would get that redirect, but credits German Amigos.
There was also a lot more shots from German Amigos there. I believe that was their most shots in any individual game so far, too. They had 10. With extended pressure as well, they weren't just 10 weak shots towards the net that were then easily saved away by Solary. They were great shots. They were making Solary stretch to clear them away as often as possible. 3 or 4 of them were very convincing, and of course, one of those 3 or 4 then led to a goal off the counter-attack. German Amigos, in their timeout, have had words of inspiration whispered into their ears by their coach, and maybe, just maybe, this is the start.
Well, wins breed belief. And after that win, German Amigos will just be starting to think that maybe, just maybe, we can do it. If they can win this one, then that little buzz in the back of their heads of optimism gets a little bit louder. Suddenly, they're doing Solary for pace, and Rizex makes the most of it.
Catalysm just cutting in so harshly on short set and then faking quickly on Ferrer to then go for the second hit to lure him in. Rizex has an open net to shoot on. The player cams on German Amigos immediately go back to calmness, but you bet as soon as a goal went in, they were shouting to the rooftops.
Yeah, they must have been. Absolutely, you have to be in this situation if you are them right now. And Solary just have to dig their heels for a second or so. Make sure this series doesn't start to get a little bit silly. Oh my word, I couldn't see anything for a second. All I could see was the word boom. And I had no idea if there was about to be a German Amigos player that was going to prod it home. Yeah, another boom right there. Demos are flying in. Solary just wanting to get themselves a little bit of breathing space, because I think they're being made a little bit uncomfortable now.
Rizex outspeeding Astral there. Gets a flip reset too. Can't quite pinch it down low. But that is so much quicker than we've seen him go so far. Ferrer with little boost can just get around the side of Catalysm, who cleverly grabs the 100 and then will attack on the back of it. Can get over short set, bumps him too. This is so much aggression.
I love that though from Astral. He is the man who can just break the hearts of German Amigos right now. Short set breaks the heart of Ivan, winning that one. Now Astral keeps going. He's in front of the ball. Ferrer has an outlet in the form of his Belgian teammate. Astral wanted to get the redirect on that one. Yeah, it was a really nice try. But a good save.
He went for the bump in the end. Couldn't quite get the redirect on the ball, and so went for Ivan in the air. Did get him, but not before Ivan managed to get the clear away.
Chaussette says, Ferrer, leave it to me. I've got this, mate. Dribbles past one. Ivan stands tall and gets there. Ferrer has the pass, but it's a little bit high and looping towards Astral, so all he can do is take one touch and then keep going in a dribble rather than the snapshot he maybe was thinking about taking. Still plenty of time for Solary here. The German Amigos, they're looking just as likely to score the second goal as Solary are.
And if this is German Amigos getting a second goal as well, their game management has become shockingly solid too. Because when they've got the lead, they've held it. Statistically, they've held it 100% of the time.
Good maths. Yeah, well, let's see if that happens. I've got a sneaking suspicion they're going to double their lead fairly soon as well. Solary just seems to be getting a little bit frustrated, rushing into things they weren't rushing into before. The passes aren't quite as accurate. I believe not quite as strong as it maybe once was. And as the seconds tick away, that will be starting to get to them. Again, at the back of their minds, just thinking, maybe our opponents do beat us here. Chaussette's going to save this one out wide into the corner, but it's only Catalysm that it falls to. Look how much territory German Amigos have. They are just the slow marauding beast, our German Amigos. They're not trying to outpace Solary. They're just suppressing their defense.
That's a miss though on that back line from Catalysm. Leaves it open for Astral to get one. Shoots it on, but Rizex nipping in front means that Ivan does not need to get the clutchest save of his career. Now Rizex in that back corner. Can 50 it, Ivan to clear it again, but Astral with a shot on target is tapped low. The bump did come in, I believe, from short set onto the keeper.
Just power, raw pace on the strike here from Astral. And yeah, Ferrer was At the very least, making things tough for Catalysm, who does get a touch. But all he could do is float agonizingly as the ball follows him into the goal. And Solary now have a real chance to win the quarterfinals that it's looked for a long time that they were going to take. Shorset to the ceiling, off the ceiling. Shorset goes for it, but can't quite reach it.
Astral still has his flip off jumping off that side wall too, and so could maintain that pressure. But 80 boost, Thera can go up for this. I think the flip reset instead needed a bit more power to get over the defender. Great dunk from Ivan as well, but he can't quite rotate around to get that mid boost. Shorset with the catch and a flick. Caught by Astral in the midfield. Shorset though with a shot on. That will be bouncing wide.
He's beating
Ivan to bounce over one. The third man rotating in far too quickly for Solary.
Yeah, it was Farah just getting a little bit rushy. Look at the pace, though, from Ivan following it. Farah, see you later, mate. German Amigos, they regain their lead. They may have lost the 100% lead record after Solary equalized. But, you know, do you know what I mean? If they win this game, they probably won't care too much.
It's now a chance for Astral to bring it back to 2-all. He must be getting a bit frustrated, thinking that this series was near enough closed out. You said, like, in Game 3, when Solary win, and I didn't disagree. Like, that was near enough locked in to happen.
I did correct myself, to be fair.
You did, yeah. But at least the mind thought. And I agreed, mate. I fully agreed. Yeah. But it now does come down to the final minute of game management. Suddenly, for German Amigos, the double commits on the goal line can't be too frequent. This time, it doesn't lead to a goal, but a couple more shots may increase the odds.
Solary just have to remember what plan A was, how well it was working. German Amigos are playing better. Solary is still the better team. They will get goals. They will get chances as long as they keep their patience. And there is the goal they needed.
It was just the final defender at the back. Ivan couldn't quite get to the board as he reversed back onto the sidewall. Catalysm bumped out the way. A bullying play from Solary brings them even with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Who blinks first in this one? The German Amigos retreat back into their shell. Doesn't seem to be the case so far as they won that kickoff. Actually had a chance from it. Ivan's shot is going all the way on towards the back wall. Farah is in Shorset's way a little bit as well. So despite the fact that Rizix has no boost, he can keep the attack going and then go back to the middle. And now what does he do with this chance? He's just trying to make Astral struggle a little bit. They're going to try and clear, but Catalysm will beat him. This could be really dangerous if Catalysm does get this next touch. But Astral clears it towards Ivan, who shoots when he maybe should have passed. Can't get the double. And we are, it would appear, heading to overtime. Maybe not, though.
This is still continued pressure from German Amigos. Catalysm trying to get a pass in. Shorset keeping it high. Ivan does the same. Catalysm not able to get a touch to it. Overtime in this series, and this is for German Amigos to get their second game, or for Solary to work their way through into the semi-finals.
Solary just can't quite shake the German Amigos off. This could be the final kick they need to leave their opponents in the dust. It was Catalysm that comes out away with that ball cleanly. Now gets the flip reset. Farah was just waiting. I think that if that flip reset had been perfect, Farah would not have had a chance, but Farah held his nerve well enough.
That was a great fake challenge from Catalysm there. It means that Shorset didn't feel happy to go back and get the 100 boost in the corner, and so it slowed down his attacking opportunities. Catalysm to beat out one player isn't able to do so, and Farah will send it very weak into the left. That then leaves it open on the right-hand side for Catalysm to attack. Steals the 100 boost. German Amigos on a full frontal assault.
Yeah, Catalysm can get this boost as well as he knows he's left it for his teammate. Brilliance from him. Great composure and the flip reset.
What?
Seen that recently quite a lot. The flip reset round the corner. Seen it a lot in EU the last couple of days, and it's almost worked this time for German Amigos.
Catalysm to pinch off that left wall isn't able to, and so we'll follow it up with 0 boost this time though. Astral with the catch, slows it down a touch, but Ivan does not want this game to go slowly. German Amigos have won by pace so far. Don't fix what ain't broke.
Yeah, Shorset just bumped Farah out the way there, so the Solary defense getting each other's way a little bit. Ivan's trying to just cause confusion among Shorset and Astral. Catalysm's turn this time. It's been all German Amigos in overtime. Rizix keeps it going. Again, it's not the fastest attack in the world, but it's so accurate, it's pinpoint precise. Solary just desperately getting these touches to knock them back.
Finally, though, Solary work their way out of that back half. Farah with one shot on target. Ivan to save it away. Ivan again to be the first man to it. Sends it high, but Shorset to save. Catalysm, the mechanically great so far, with one flip into the flip reset. He went for an absolute worldie of a shot, and that was maybe the only way it could have gone in. Couldn't quite get the touch on the final hit, but What a great idea.
German Amigos, the best they've looked in this entire series, playing better in this game than they did in the last one that they won. So can they repeat that trick? Chaussette has so nearly not got a chunk of that one. Just about does to redirect it into his own corner, but it just can't get rid of the ball. There's a demo there from Ferrer, but still Rizex comes. Tries to show his 1v1 skills and his dribbling ability. Not there. Chance for a strike. He puts it on target. Astral saves.
Catalysm from this sidewall tries to go in for that dunk, but sure set to work it out of Solary's half. The extended pressure from German Amigos has been shutting down Solary so well at the but as Astral sends it long, Catalysm again to continue that pressure with the double tap too. Gets it past central. Rizex with a shot. Astral with the in and out save. Gives Chaussette a chance now for the 1-2, but a save from Ivan.
What a counter that would have been from Solary. So near yet so far for them again. And Rizex has beaten the Solary defense once again. Catalysm is coming in. Pass or shoot. Instead, it's dribble. Astral just following it as much as he can will flip reset his way out of trouble.
Oh my word.
Something he can do better than absolutely anyone potentially in the world. From the ceiling he goes. This could be an absolute masterclass from Astral. He gets a shot away. It's saved, but wow, this man is dangerous.
How do you shoot from that position? How does your brain even think to shoot from that position?
Nobody knows.
I'm perplexed that was even an option in his Belgian brain.
The smartest of Belgian brains is Astral, but still not the goal that he needs to kill German Amigos off. But Solary are looking a little bit better now, looking like the more likely team to get this next goal. Chaussette comes flying in against Catalysm. Rizex on the backboard clears it as long as he possibly can, but the Solary wave of attack continues to march forwards, and they're running out of boost, German Amigos.
Yeah, it's now starting to look like Solary's game management is coming into effect as Astral can pick up that back 100 boost, getting it round the side of one, leaves Ferrer to have a shot in the midfield, but cut out by Catalysm. As that goes on target, though, Astral has to get a clutch save away. Into the corner again, Ferrer tips it forward. It's approaching a 5-minute mark now, and German Amigos looking more and more like they had really good control at the start of the series, start of this game, and now it's looking a little bit shakier as Solary start to remember what they should be doing to win.
The Solary have already given away at least one goal by overcommitting. It was Ferrer as the third man. It could be another one. Astral, can he get here in time? He can, just about. Here comes Ivan. Ferrer had got back just about in time. There's another chance though for Catalysm. Wants to kill this one below Ferrer. Ferrer stood as firm as his team needed him to be. And Ivan almost does the same from the backboard. It goes. Catalysm beats Chaussette. Astral's all the way back. This is a real risky time here for Solary. They're trying to win it as soon as possible. And German Amigos look set to capitalize on it. But the shot just isn't quite accurate enough again from German Amigos.
It was Ivan pre-jumping and just didn't quite know what he could do. Great slowdown from Ivan there. That is incredible. Good idea to slow that down because he was the last man back. Astral with a touchback again. Ferrer tries to take it solo on his own hood. On the right-hand side, Catalysm. 5.5 minutes gone in this overtime. Will alleviate a little bit of pressure. Ball falls very dangerously. A chance again, time and time again for Solary to get a decent shot of Astral with 1, 2, 3. And Ferrer can't get it past the rock-solid Amigos.
Heroic defense from the German Amigos. Now Catalysm bucking Broncos his way forward, then flicks it into the far corner. Ferrer had to stand tall yet again. Made so many saves for his team, making up for that mistake, but let German Amigos retake the lead. Way back, all those minutes ago. Now Astral with a solo play. Flip resets it towards the backboard. Catalysm out wide. Solary may be close. Lining something up. But again, German Amigos get it away eventually.
The defense on German Amigos has looked completely brand new. They look much more inspired. They have been holding out incredibly well. They've got 13 saves on their side. German Amigos on Rizex, Rizex on German Amigos has got 10 shots on target. He's got 1 goal out of it. Ivan's playing a 1,000-point game. Everybody on this pitch is turning up when they need to, and German Amigos have certainly risen the furthest from how the series started.
Yeah, the pressure is so much higher for Solary right now than it was at the start. Even Astral's starting to feel it. That touch from him below his usual standards, normally so perfect mechanically at least. That one was just a sign that he's starting to feel the nerves as much as anybody. Chaussette's trying to alleviate them. Ivan has to win this race against Astral and does. More great goal line defense from the German Amigos, who are just frustrating their opponents more and more, and then coming forward with an absolute vengeance. But that one's over Ivan. He does have boost, though, to make up for it.
It's only Ivan at the back, however. He does such a good job to deal with it and then takes a shot long. As one player again comes in for Solary, Cathism has to clear it to the corner. Astral would have been the first man there, but Ivan is there instead to remove him from the play. Cathism 100 boost, but Ferro's got a big old card that he wants to stick in the way of it. That would be hitting the post. Ivan has to clear it away. 7.5 minutes in this overtime. German Amigos fighting to stay in the series. Solary fighting to get through to the semis. That's high. That's on target. That's semi-finals for Solary.
That would have been getting scarier by the millisecond for Solary. After winning the first 3 games with such ease, German Amigos just refused to give up. And what started as a very professional performance from Solary, as an easy victory for Solary, got really, really tricky. Astral with a hat trick and a 1,000-point game. Solary had to earn that, and they did earn it.
The question marks as they flew in became more and more convincing for German Amigos, because it came down to a point where it was Solary having to hold out. And that is a position where you don't want to be a Solary because of the track record, should we say, that they have got. German Amigos, though, I'm just happy that they managed to get into that series and not lose it 4-0. Yeah. As harsh as that may sound, they didn't deserve to do that. They showed everybody who's watching what they are possible of doing. They played 12.5 minutes versus a very on-form Solary, and that is a really good sign going forwards too.
Well, 3 of our 4 semi-finalists have now been locked in. To find out whether the final semi-finalists will be SK Gaming or Team Queso, tune back in after this break.